HarperCollins presents Spiraling by Speet, read by Jonathan Case. For Anita Lounsback. Let's face it, we got there in the end. Part 1. Chapter 1. Let Go. Leaving the sanctuary of your duvet is a horrible necessity at the best of times. At the worst of times, January, and when you're in the nucleus of a devastating, explosive and scandalous breakup, it's nigh on impossible. I wriggled my shivering body out from the IKEA bedset and headed to the bathroom to brush my teeth. There he was. Bold as brass, but nowhere near as shiny. In unforgiving HD, my reflection. I quite liked him once, but things had become difficult. He'd put on 2 stone of heartbreak weight and had avoided any unnecessary social interaction for weeks, and the result was a mop of dark brown curls that would have looked more at home in the Shire than central Manchester. My freckles, which I usually found endearing, were interrupted at intervals by patches of adult acne. At least I still had the threat of a bone structure. Aquafresh, face wash, moisturiser, hair serum. My beauty routine might have been somewhat chodish when measured against the relentless skincare marathons of my girlfriends, but compared to the personal hygiene of all the straight men I knew, I was Patrick Bateman. 7:39. Evie. Morning, girlies. 7:50. Gabriel. Hello. Evie. How you doing, beautiful boy? Gabriel. I had a weird nightmare. 7:51. Evie. About Seamus. Gabriel. Actually, no, Evie, you'll be surprised to know that I'm still capable of maintaining thought space that doesn't revolve around my ex. I wasn't. 7:52. Evie. That's a relief. Tasha. And a massive fucking lie. Damn. 7:52. Gabriel. Morning, Tash. Tasha. Morning. Preparing for the first day back after an extended break, I continued the clockwork ritual of getting ready for work. Water bottle, filled. No coffee. Caffeine leads to spiralling. Cig on the Juliet, banana, slate grey, contrast stitched trousers, low-top Doc Martens, scuffed, maroon crew neck, new fleece that Dad got me for Christmas after noticing I'd been going on a lot more walks. It was a thoughtful gesture by his standards, but also rude because I'd only been on 2. Keys, laptop bag, phone. Out the door and to the lift. I lived in a second-floor apartment, but the stairs seemed a little bit too much like exercise, and everyone knows that the only people who exercise in the morning are Andrew Tate fans, boomers who are training for a half marathon, and power lesbians. I wondered if there was a person who existed in the centre of that Venn diagram. Ellen DeGeneres? Gabe, hold the door! The voice of my 2 doors down, 5'6", 4 drinks and dinner together once and now over-familiar neighbour, Mitchell, ricocheted across the corridor as he bounded into view and fell gasping into the lift, quiff first. 8:15. Gabriel. Mitchell alert. In the lift. It's the first time I've seen him since before what happened at Christmas. Evie. Aw, say hi from me. 8:16. Tasha. It's so weird to imagine him existing in daylight. I thought he only left his apartment after dark. Thanks, babe, he was panting and leaned forward to press the ground floor button. I'm a sweaty mess before 9 a.m, and not for the right reasons, he laughed, turning to face the mirrored wall. Oh, God, am I bright red? I'm more of a radioactive terracotta, I said. Mitchell would never be seen without several layers of Saint-Tropez mousse that gave him, to be kind, a tan that would be described as unseasonal, and, to be honest, one that would result in his international cancelling if published on the platform formerly known as Twitter. You cunt, he cackled, playfully slapping my arm. I laughed too. I've not seen you in months. Or wasn't it just before Christmas? Oh yeah, weeks then, but that was only to drop a parcel off. It hardly counts. Anyway, how are you, babe? He asked, doing his best impression of earnestness. Although most of my interactions with Mitchell had been limited to our pre-work run-ins in the lift and a single instance of drinks at my place, those experiences were enough to glean that he was comically self-absorbed. This was the first time he'd ever asked how I was. There had to be an ulterior motive. He was, after all, what many eminent Oxford psychologists would refer to
Sample complete. Ready to continue?